I saw a message on my husband Sam's phone. He had booked a luxurious 10-day European tour for the National Day holiday. I smiled. He always enjoyed playing these little mystery surprises. But when the holiday arrived, the surprise never came. He told me he had to go on a business trip. Then, I saw a post from his secretary on her social media. Under the Bridge of Sighs in Venice. The kiss you gave was on my lips. But it captured my heart. The accompanying photo was a passionate kiss between Sam and his secretary Bianca. I saved the photo and sent it to the family group chat. Congratulations, you're getting a new daughter-in-law. Chapter 01. The family group chat exploded as everyone started chiming in. My mother-in-law, Lisa. Is this some kind of misunderstanding? Sam's cousin. Wow, my cousin sure knows how to play the game. His aunt quickly tagged the cousin. Don't speak nonsense, child. Sam's younger sister. Why does this woman look so familiar? Sam's female cousin. It's probably his secretary, Bianca. Silence fell over the group. A while later, Sam sent a message. Bianca lost a dare and had to post a kissing photo. As her boss, I couldn't let her embarrass herself. So I helped her out. Everyone let it go. Soon after, Sam called me. Lisa, can you stop acting like a child? How could you post that photo in the family group chat? You know, our family is big and very traditional. Grandpa and Grandma are going to be furious. Take it down immediately, I replied calmly. Is the photo something that can't be shown? I think it's quite well shot. And the caption matches perfectly. Sam's tone grew impatient. I already told you it was just a game she lost. Why are you picking a fight with a young girl? I sat up straight and spoke seriously. She kissed my husband. So of course I'm going to take issue with it. If you didn't have such intentions, you wouldn't have allowed this to happen. Sam, I hope you don't make any more mistakes. His tone softened. All right, I'll be more careful next time. When I return from this business trip, I'll bring you a gift. I glanced at the time and asked, when will you be back from your trip? He gave a date. It matched perfectly with the 10-day tour package dates. Sam had finally betrayed our marriage. A few days later, Sam returned and I went to the airport to pick him up. Not because I was clingy, but because today was a family gathering, and we had to appear as a couple. Sam came out pushing a luggage cart, followed by a meek-looking Bianca. When she saw me, Bianca hesitated and stepped back timidly. Madam Sam gently wrapped an arm around me and kissed my cheek. Honey, thank you for coming. His breath carried a faint trace of another woman's perfume, likely from a recent kiss. I turned my head away and noticed a faint red mark on his collar. I didn't say a word. Sam looked perfectly composed. Honey, let's drop Bianca off first. Then we'll head home together. He opened the front passenger door, explaining that Bianca gets carsick. Bianca glanced at me cautiously. Boss, maybe I should just take a cab. Sam held my hand firmly, speaking with authority. It's dangerous for a young girl to be out alone. At night. Dropping you off is on the way. On the way. 10 extra kilometers. Sure, let's call it. On the way. Through the rear-view mirror. Bianca and I exchanged a glance, daggers drawn. Loaded with unspoken understanding. And a woman's intuition. I lowered my gaze and asked softly, was it just the two of you on this business trip? Sam replied nonchalantly no. Other colleagues took different flights. Before getting out, Bianca handed me a box, tilting her head slightly. Madam, this is a gift I picked out for you. The boss said, you like shawls. I hope you like it. I wasn't sure about the color. Sam chuckled. Lisa prefers more mature colors. Unlike you young girls who like playful shades. It's perfect. I choked slightly at his comment and sighed. Chapter 02. As soon as the car door closed, I straightened up, putting some distance between Sam and me. He frowned. What's wrong? I handed him a mirror, letting him take a look. He quickly noticed the lipstick stain and frowned. Before explaining, When we got off the plane, Bianca lost her balance and I helped her. It must have happened. Then I took a deep breath and turned to him. My tone, a mix of sadness and something harder to define. Sam, we've been married for 7 years before. Your secretary never lost her balance. And smeared lipstick on you. Since when do they accidentally spray you with perfume? Or leave marks like this? He stayed silent for a moment before apologizing. All right, I'll be more careful in the future. I swallowed my frustration. Although, our marriage had started as a business alliance. We had dated for 2 years before tying the knot. It wasn't without feelings. 7 years of marriage, and now it felt like it was coming to an end. Before we got out of the car to meet his family, he grabbed my arm, his expression serious. You're mad? Why? Because I didn't spend the holiday with you, and went on a business trip with my secretary. When did you become so unreasonable? Acting like a spoiled little girl. You know, this is a critical time for the company's transformation. I don't have time to guess what's on your mind. I've been overseas for 10 days working hard. I'm exhausted. You need to act like a proper boss's wife, not someone who wears their emotions on their sleeve. I suddenly lost patience for this charade. Shaking off his hand, I said coldly, a luxurious 10-day European tour over the National Day holiday. A business trip. Sam, am I the only fool in the world? How sweet was the kiss under the bridge of sighs. Do you like her heart? I pushed open the car door without looking back. After tonight's performance as the perfect couple, let's take some time apart to cool off. The family gathering left me utterly drained. Playing the role of the perfect couple was exhausting, physically and emotionally. Back home, I soaked in a bath, put on my pajamas, and began applying body lotion. When Sam gently embraced me from behind, he coaxed me softly. Honey, I was wrong. I won't pay attention to her anymore. If you don't like her, I'll transfer her to a branch office. All right. I broke free from his embrace. Sam, don't hug me, while carrying another woman's scent and lipstick. But before I could fully escape, he pulled me back again. I was wrong. Let me shower. Okay. You can even peel my skin off if you want. He said this as he leaned in to kiss me. Just as I was about to slap him, his phone rang. I glanced at it. The caller ID read Little Miss Clumsy. On the other end of the call, Bianca's coy voice trembled with tears. Boss, what should I do? I brought back the wrong data in the files, and I don't know how to fix it. The contract is being signed tomorrow. What do I do? Her voice carried a mix of fear and the kind of girlish dependence that seeks to please a superior. Sam frowned. And how could you be so careless? Stay home, and I'll come over right away. After hanging up, he put on his coat and told me, this contract is critical. I need to oversee it personally. Go to bed and don't wait up for me. With that, he braved the cold wind, forgetting even his scarf, and rushed out the door. I sat silently on the couch and heard my phone buzz. Opening it, I saw Bianca's new post on her social media. A serious man is the most handsome, whether it's at work or elsewhere. The attached photo showed Sam under a desk lamp, painting Bianca's nails. The last shred of hope in my heart finally died. I locked the door, put on an eye mask and earplugs, knowing he wouldn't return that night. The next morning, I was having breakfast when the maid asked, "Won't Mr. Sam be eating breakfast?" I set my utensils down and thought don't bother preparing his breakfast anymore. I don't think he'll be eating at home often from now on. I opened my phone and, as expected, saw another post from Bianca. This time it was a candid photo of Sam, sitting at a street-side stall. On the table were 2 bowls and 2 pairs of chopsticks, accompanied by steamed buns and soy milk, steam rising around his face, giving it a hazy glow. Her caption read, "The happiness of earthly life is being together with you." Her endless display of affection was unbearable. Sam, he was notoriously picky with food, lactose intolerant, allergic to peanuts, and prone to stomach issues from unhygienic meals. Our home chef's standards exceeded those of a five-star restaurant, and yet he abandoned all that for street food. Truly, love had blinded him. Unable to resist, I gave the post a like. Moments later, the post was deleted. Chapter 03. My prediction quickly came true. Sam ended up in the hospital with severe vomiting and diarrhea. When I arrived, Sam was lying there with his eyes half closed, pale as a sheet, receiving in 4 drip. His secretary was by his side, her eyes red and swollen from crying. She lived 100 times more heartbroken than I. His wife did. Sam was still unconscious. When Bianca saw me, she immediately stood up and said softly, "I'm sorry, it's all my fault." I raised a hand to stop her. "Of course it's your fault. His hospitalization is thanks to you. Have you thought about how to explain to his family how you single-handedly managed to land Sam in the hospital?" "Lisa, this has nothing to do with Bianca," Sam said weakly, just waking up. Bianca rushed to his side, her red eyes making her look like a little rabbit. "I really didn't know. You couldn't eat street food. Next time I'll cook for you myself." "Okay." Sam stopped her. "You should go home. You don't need to stay here to take care of me." I stood up from the sofa and stopped Bianca from leaving. "No, she should stay. Who could possibly take better care of you than her? I have work to do, and no time to sit around in a hospital." Sam hurried to explain. "Last night I stayed up all night fixing the data, and this morning Bianca felt bad and invited me to breakfast. Don't misunderstand." I grabbed my bag and shook my head, cutting him off. "Hiring an incompetent secretary is your family's business, not mine." "But my husband spent the night fixing data with another woman, and then being hospitalized because of the happiness of earthly life. I can't help but be upset. So I don't want to see you today." Behind me, Bianca's worried voice called out, "It's all my fault. Should I go explain to her? Tell her not to be angry." "Okay." Sam's hoarse voice comforted her. "Stop crying. If you keep crying, you'll really look like a little rabbit." That evening, after enduring my mother-in-law's various worries and veiled suggestions, I sighed. It wasn't easy, being the daughter-in-law of a wealthy family. Luckily, I wouldn't have to be one for much longer. In the end, I still brought a pot of nourishing soup to the hospital. The door to the VIP room was slightly ajar. Just as I was about to push it open, I heard voices inside. "Sam, I kissed you because I truly love you. I don't care that you're married, and I don't need you to marry me. I just want to stay by your side. Please don't transfer me away, okay? Please don't abandon me." Her fragile, tearful voice was heart-wrenching. Peeking through the gap in the door, I saw Bianca leaning on Sam, her face streaked with tears, gazing up at him as if he were a god. Her face was filled with admiration and worship. She tilted her face up gently, her soft lips pressing against his. "Please." Finally, she got a response. What started as a tentative kiss turned into something deeper, a long, intoxicating kiss that consumed them both, leaving them utterly lost in the moment. Clanging, the thermos in my hand fell to the ground with a loud crash, startling the two, who were passionately kissing inside the room. Seeing me standing at the door, Sam froze while Bianca, her face flushed red, shrank behind him. Sam ripped the 4-needle from his hand and rushed toward me, trying to explain. I slapped him hard across the face, sending his head snapping to the side. "Get away from me." Bianca rushed forward, stepping in front of him. "Madam, how could you hit him? It's all my fault. If you need to hit someone, hit me." Instead, I looked at the two of them, and a wave of nausea surged through me. I didn't want to waste another word. I turned and started to leave. "Lisa, it's not what it looks like," Sam called out behind me. I spun around abruptly and stared at him. "Not what it looks like? Then what is it?" A 5-minute-long passionate kiss. Are you going to tell me it's just a good working relationship? Or that you were comforting a scared little girl? Don't touch me, Sam. You disgust me. I looked at him one last time, my voice cold and resolute. My lawyer will contact you, Sam. I want a divorce. Chapter 04. Sam chased me into the elevator, but I swung my bag at him with all my strength and yelled, "Get out. Don't share an elevator with me. Even breathing the same air as you feels filthy." Sam stood at the elevator doors, pale and dumbfounded. Watching the doors slowly close, the look of disappointment in my eyes seemed to cut him like a knife. When the elevator reached the ground floor, I saw him again, still wearing his hospital gown and gasping for breath. He had run down the stairs to intercept me. At the hospital entrance, "Lisa, I'm not divorcing you. Don't say such things out of anger. We can't get divorced. Please listen to me." I pulled my hand away from his grasp. "A misunderstanding. You want me to forgive you. Which part of this do you think you can even justify?" "Sam, I'm utterly disappointed in you." Sam refused to let go of my hand. "No, I admit it. I was wrong. I lost my mind. Maybe I felt stifled. She's young, fresh, and I was momentarily blinded. But Lisa, don't cry. When I saw you just now, I realized that the person I truly love, the only one I love, is you. She means nothing to me. It was just a meaningless fling." I looked at him with cold contempt. A meaningless fling. "Sam, your fling seems endless. Are you an actor now? Why not aim for Best Actor at the next award ceremony? What are you saying? That it was just a fling between us?" Bianca stepped out of the elevator, just in time to hear Sam's words. Tears streamed down her face like falling pearls as she stared straight at Sam. "So, everything you said last night was a lie. When you said you loved me in bed, that was a lie. When you called her boring, that was a lie. When you said you'd divorce her and marry me, that was also a lie. What am I supposed to do now? I love you so much. I can't live without you. I'll die without you." Her tearful, pitiful words filled the air as she broke down sobbing. Sam, torn, didn't even have time to comfort her. Before I turned to leave, behind me, there was a commotion. Bianca had collapsed softly to the ground. "Bianca!" Sam cried out, rushing to catch her in his arms. He glanced back to find me, but by then, I had already opened my car door and driven off, without a backward glance. "Lisa," Sam shouted after me, but there was no response. My fiery temper is something I inherited from my father, decisive and relentless. When I returned to the home I shared with Sam, I immediately called a professional moving company to pack up and remove all of my belongings. The elderly housekeeper ran around in a panic, calling Sam's phone only to find it switched off. Then she called my mother-in-law and father-in-law. I ignored their calls and simply sent a video to the family group chat. This time no one dared to respond. It was a 5-minute, high-definition video of Sam and Bianca's passionate kiss. The emotions, language, and intensity of the scene were all perfectly captured. Fiery, passionate, and utterly shameless. I added a single line. "Doesn't love like this deserve my blessing?" Then I exited the group chat. Starting today, I was no longer part of that family, and would have nothing more to do with them. Sam, with his phone off, was blissfully unaware that, outside his little love-struck universe, the entire world was exploding. When I got home, my father jumped up, vowing to head to the hospital to break Sam's legs. My brother, with a cold expression, made calls to our partnered companies, declaring that anyone who continued doing business with Sam's family would become our family's adversary. Our family's legal team worked late into the night, calculating the division of marital and premarital assets and drafting the divorce agreement. Meanwhile, Bianca naively posted a new update on her social media. "I love watching you wake up next to me in the morning." The photo was of Sam's sleeping face, It was clear they had both slept very well. I gleefully saved the post and forwarded it to my lawyer. The best thing about young, naive girls is their honesty about love. They love to flaunt it. Every little thing ends up on social media, making evidence gathering almost too easy. Sam might refuse the divorce, but it was no longer up to him. The separation of the two families' business partnership was already underway, with my father and my father-in-law negotiating the details. Dividing the interests of two major corporations wasn't a trivial matter. Chapter 05. After Sam was discharged from the hospital, he came to my house every day trying to see me, only to be turned away by my brother each time. He wasn't even allowed past the door, yet he persisted, showing up rain or shine. One day my mom, unable to bear it any longer, looked at him with disappointment and said, "You say you love Lisa, yet you fool around and betray her. If you don't love Lisa, why are you doing all this now? What's the point of all this?" He knelt before her pleading, "Mom, please let me see Lisa. I truly love her. I've been foolish, making mistake after mistake. Please let me see her. She can't deny me even one chance to make things right. I'll explain everything to her." My mom sighed and shook her head. "Go home, Sam," Lisa said. "She won't see you unless you sign the divorce papers." No matter how long he knelt outside our house, it was useless. I wasn't even home. I had taken off on a spontaneous trip with my best friend. As we traveled, my best friend tilted her head, looking at me with a teasing smile. "You've been cooped up at home for so long. After getting married, you've forgotten how exciting the world is outside." We visited Jade Dragon Snow Mountain to see the snow, Shangri-La and Qinghai Lake. The breathtaking scenery swept away all the gloom in my heart, leaving only good vibes. All the answers were out there on the road, and freedom was in the wind. I was determined never to be a fool for love again. During this time, Bianca began openly appearing as Sam's girlfriend. Friends sent me screenshots of her social media posts, which often featured her and Sam together.